Hey you guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, back with some more of our little Sanguophage blood cult where, well, goodness, lots of things happened last time, didn't they? Lots and lots of things happened. I don't really know that I've got it in me to recap. I think your takeaway is that Lisa Laser is slightly more royal now. There's a very long and complicated story behind that, and really, if you're just catching up, you should go and just catch up. I can't possibly summarize everything that's happening. We really need to check in on the away team, though, because all of them are horribly, horribly injured. What with the bug issues that we kind of wandered into, which we knew was going to happen, when, land filled with bugs, and then I'm shocked and surprised when somebody wanders into a whole bunch of bugs, and everyone is brutally injured at this point. Amanda's trying to keep up here with the medical treatment, but Amanda herself also needs medical treatment. How is everyone doing here? Okay, you're not fine, but you're fine. You are also not fine. What are you cowering from? Stop it. Oh, there's another bug. There's another bug. Okay, can we deal, please? Can we deal with that? Because you're shooting at its bug face. Okay, not like that. You're not. No, hit it. Hit it with your gun. Hit it. You're gonna be dead soon. Hit it. Hit it with. Oh, thank you. Okay, back to work. Back to work. If you could go. Amanda will deal with you in time. I think it would normally be Bishop, but Bishop's decided to pig out on food. Bishop's decided to go off on a little bit of a trip here and eat everything in the vicinity and not really contribute to much of anything, which is unfortunate because Bishop could be doing the doctoring right now. Where is Lady? Okay, Lady, you're gonna want to hustle here, kid. You're gonna want to hustle. How about this, guys, team? How about we didn't go anywhere at all? Okay, we're gonna have to do a new zone here. We're gonna have to do a thing here. So how about let's see. How about we don't die? Okay, how about that, team? All right, invert that map for me and now shrink it. We only live like here. That's it. We're not going anywhere beyond there. All right, that's it. That's the only place we live in right now. So everybody go in. How about we don't die? Colonist needs rescue. What a shock. I imagine that would be... Wait, is that Lady? Who needs rescue? Mila? Mila, you're literally in bed. What do you need rescue from, exactly? I mean, yeah, sure, all of this. Sure, I get that. I understand that. I see where you're going with that. I get your vibe on that. I'm catching the wave of that. But, like, you're in bed, is what I'm saying here. Could you just rescue... No, don't strip Mila. She's royal. They don't like that sort of thing. Amanda, where are you going? Are you going to go... What are you off to go do? Did I tell you to go in the wrong area? You guys are all trying to leave. Okay, I've botched the area somehow. Hang on. So... I see what I did. Okay, I get it. I see what I did wrong. It's early in the morning, so we need to manage this. So just cancel that. We're gonna start again. We're just gonna. I see what I did wrong there. It's very early in the morning. No. You know what? Area 1 is fine. Area 1 is fine. That's it. That's your area right there. Okay. You all live in Area 1. Okay, just live in Area 1. All right, just please live in Area 1, formerly known as the How About We Don't Die area. Yeah, I did it backwards. They were all trying to leave the area around the ship rather than go to the area around the ship. Amanda, yeah, I know you're bleeding right at this exact second. Could you quickly rescue Mila, please? And where is Lady? Okay, moving real slow here. It's just you're going to be dead in 8 hours, kid. So try to take less than 8 hours to get to the ship, if you could, please. How about we make your bed a medical bed? Won't that be fun? You'll like that. You're going to love this. It's going to be great. You're going to go sleep in a medical bed. And maybe Bishop will get off his trip. Otherwise, Amanda is going to have to cope with you. Where is Amanda these days? Amanda? Oh, you're right here. You're right in front of my face. Thank you, Amanda. Speak up. Like, I'm right here, Dave. Amanda is right here. I'm right here in front of your face. And as soon as Lady eventually makes it in here, I will tend to her wounds. Sissy, I see you're up cleaning. Sissy, do you have any doctorizing skill? You can perform a base medical training. Sure. Could you tend to Amanda, please? I don't know what you're going to do. It's going to be largely slapping Band-Aids on things. But I kind of need Amanda up and running. Lady, if you could get into bed. Bishop, if you could get off, like, your trip, that'd be, like, so wicked cool of you. Hey, Mila, you're actually vaguely a doctor. There's a fire. Okay, that's fine. Medical treatment is needed. I'm not overly surprised. I think Voltron just blew up. What is the problem? Oh, there's a fire. There's a fire in the food. Team, there's a fire in the food. Guys, we got to deal with the fire in the food. So everybody go deal with the fire in the food, please. I know we're all critically injured. I know everything is bad right now, but, like, Bishop is desperately eating all our food, and it's on fire. So maybe we kind of cope with that. Maybe we go outside and cope with the fire. Lady, are you going to die at any given moment right now? Yeah, 7 hours. If you could kind of hustle to put the fire out before you die, that would be Bishop. Bishop, you seriously need to get off your trip here, man. You're the only person who can deal with this at the moment. Amanda desperately trying to beat out the fire here, just working real hard on that. In between doctorizing and having, like, no eyes or something. I don't quite know how Amanda works. She's new here. I'll get the hang of her eventually, he says optimistically. Okay, everyone go back to bed and continue doing the things that you were doing. Lady, again, if you could, well, as they say, put a bit of a wriggle on. Put a bit of a wriggle on, if you could, because you're going to die soon. I do need to kind of check in with the home team. Oh, Bishop's back up and running. Thank goodness. Deal with everything. Just, like, do everything right now. Like, if you can see a thing, go do it. Just do anything at all. Amanda, you kind of don't have a bed anymore. You know what? You're going to have to learn to cope. Just sleep on the floor, kid. So Bishop, if you could get up, please, and tend to Lady. Thank you very much. Because, you know, what with the imminent demise and all that. Sissy, how are your issues going these days? You're basically fine. You should just walk this off, if you could. And Mila, how are you doing? Wow. Oh, so many things. So many things. Lady, how's the imminent death coming? Okay, no immediate danger. And we're going to take care of that last one. All right. Good. 3 days until we get out of here. Neat. Fun. Somebody also needs to refuel stuff, and it needs to be daylight out because we have no power at the moment. So we're going to learn to cope with that. I mean, some things have no power. Was that a power line issue? No. Everything seems to be connected. Sissy is back up and running. Good. I need to check in on the home team because they've got their own issues going on. Voltron, remind me what your problems were, apart from the usual. You've been stabbed. You've been torso stabbed. Yeah, there was a raid. And they came through our completely wide open door, which was less than ideal. We fixed that bit, but we fixed that. That doesn't happen anymore. Now they have to go through the trap corridor or drop in on top of us with drop pods. It's all fine. Let's wow, that was exciting. Let's move things on here. I'm hoping for maybe a little bit of peace and quiet. A little bit of peace and quiet would be nice. Oh, we moved the thing. Yeah, we're gonna get Lisa Laser a throne of her very own, a throne to call her own. She's gonna sit at the left hand of Mila. What do I need to make a basic throne out of anything at all? 125 somethings. Cool. How about we did... Actually, do I have jade? Do I have enough jade to do that? No. I've got some coming here. It's not going to be 125, I'll tell you that right now. Do I have any jade statues I could deconstruct? I'd love to have a jade throne. I think that would be amazing. Like, in the real world, I'd love to have a jade throne. I just like to sit on a jade throne while I'm watching TV or chit-chatting to Mrs. Dave. Just recline on my jade throne. I do have... I could actually make that out of gold. I could make a gold throne. How much gold... Just for having the conversation. How much gold would that take? That would wow, no, I don't have enough gold. That's 1,250 gold. Never mind. I don't got that. Okay, it's just going to have to be out of stone then, kid. I don't have a lot going on here. How about marble? How about a nice marble throne? That sounds pretty good. Pretty impressive, right? Marble throne. Pop that guy right here. Yeah, again, you're going to sit at the... I want it here or here. Put it back here. They're going to need to move that lamp, but we'll cope with that information. Speaking of which, I always forget to check this. Are you guys all dark light? Yeah, you're dark light. You're dark light. Not everyone here is into dark light, but many, many people are. So I try to have as many lights as dark light as we can. What about this one over here? That's not dark light. Let's change that one. And how about Over here. Yeah, I think in Mila's room it should definitely be Darklight. Sorry, Mila, I didn't really check that. How about Scathe? You're also a vampire. Ah, brain wiring is here. Good. There's nothing wrong with a colony that a few joy wires can't cure. Why don't you do another thing? I'm not really sure what I want you to do. Why don't you, yeah, you know what, work on carpet making. Everyone likes a good carpet. That's fine. And let me go back to Scathe's room here. So, Scathe, yeah, you also need to be in Darklight. You are, in fact, a vampire. You're going to be into that. Okie doke. We've done chem fuel from wood. So, are people getting kind of back up to speed here to a degree? To a degree. Amanda, you have been taken care of, right? Yeah, you have. How's the malaria going these days, kids? Not great. Not great. I do often forget that you currently have malaria, in that I forgot that you currently have malaria. You can self-tend, by the way. You're fine with that, right? Yeah, you have a base medical training. Sissy's feeding lady. That's all very, very fun. And we're just going to stay here. We're not going to go outside the area at all. I got 2,000 pieces of steel and 299 gold that we've picked up here. We didn't get our trade mission done, but we're coming home with a lot of good stuff here. Not a small amount of good stuff. Meals are getting a little bit sketchy. I'd love to see slightly more meals than the meals we have right now. What are you? You're a badger. Oh, we don't hunt you. You fight back. Anything that doesn't fight back or explode that's within our new let's not get eaten by bugs zone. Not as such. Not really. You know what? Let's see how it goes. If we need to, we can frantically shoot things and make meals at the last second if we need to. But I think we're going to be okay right now. It didn't help that Bishop ate a bunch of food. That was not cool, man. Not cool at all. Okay. Meal is back up. Lady and Sissy are back up. It's really just down to Amanda right now. Again, checking on that malaria. 47 to 57. Okay, that's starting to look pretty good. And we can tend it very soon as well. All right, I'm going to optimistically go back to the home team here. Jonesy, working on my carpets there. Now, brain wiring. Let's address that, if we shall. I believe that's in the machining table. What do I need to make a joy wire? So, control packs joy wire. What is that? That is 20 steel and 4 components. Wow, if only it was that easy in the real world. 20 pieces of steel and a bunch of electronics, and you can rewire your brain to be permanently happy. It's too good to be true. Go ahead and make that. I don't know who I'm going to install it to, but somebody's getting one of those. So go ahead and make a joy wire, please. The team's coming back with a bunch of components, so we'll have extras pretty soon. Yep, Lisa's right into it. Lisa Laser loves a little bit of joy wire action. Now, who would I actually install that into? Who's the wicked saddest right now that I can't cure? All right, you want a neural supercharge. I should put one of those up. That will help a lot of people. No blood feeder master. Oh, she's coming back soon. Don't worry. She'll be back soon. You're depressive, Jonesy. Now, see, I can't fix that. But I can if I rewire your brain to not be depressive. I mean, you'll still be depressive, but you won't notice it because you'll be so happy. What about you? Yeah, see, this is a tough one. Scathe's body pure is disgusted. So, putting a joy wire in her will make her even more disgusted. But she'll be so happy she won't notice. That's an idea right there. Umberto, you're basically okay. Voltstron, yeah, again, genetic pessimism, but not too bad. Not too bad. And Kaylina, elite expectations. Kirk is Kirk. We're not even going to talk about Kirk. Jonesy, it's looking like you or Scathe. You or Scathe is pretty much where we're going here. How about on the other side? How about Mila? Obviously, you're wicked happy because you're like the royalest royal ever. So yeah, you're fine. Rotting corpses. Yeah, that's going to happen. Bishop is greedy for an impressive bedroom. You'll be fine when you get home. You have an impressive bedroom when you get home. Yeah, lady, no, not so much. But we did butcher a lot of people. You're right. We butchered a lot of people. How about Amanda? You're basically fine. Sort of, vaguely. Not really, but you're basically fine. I think it's looking like Jonesy or Scathe. Because Jonesy's just permanently minus 12. And that will make you so much happier. So very, very much happier if we rewire your brain to force you to be happy. My other option is lobotomy. But lobotomy is going to require some more research that I can't really do because that's sort of dark research. Speaking of which, Jonesy, actually Umberto, you're pretty good at this. Could you go talk the thing off the ledge, please? And we're vaguely researching that, but where are we at with anomaly research? Not really focused on that. There we go, bliss lobotomy. Yeah, that's what we could be working on. But lobotomy strips your skills and makes you happy, but the joy wire just makes you a little bit slower, but it doesn't strip your skills. So joy wire beats lobotomy. I'm not saying I won't give someone a lobotomy, just to do it, more than anything, just, to give someone a lobotomy. Like Lamp, my blood farm. You could use a lobotomy. That will make you less sad about us constantly drawing your blood. A lot of comments coming up about how we can turn Lamp, basically. One of them is one of the dark rituals. I'm fine to have him as a blood farm. He's fine as a blood farm. He's got skills. I'm not saying he wouldn't be a pretty decent colonist, but I'm also just fine to have him sit here and be a blood farm. Mayumi, have we not released you yet? Are we gonna do that at some point? Wait, we did Advanced Lights? Oh, that must have been a book. Okay. I don't know, Umberto, could you release Mayumi? The biosculptor? Why are we not releasing you? I'm a little fuzzy on that. You're definitely on... Maybe because we're still hemogen farming you? How about we take that off and see if that gets you out of here? Probably, maybe you're not in good enough health to be released yet, because we keep draining your blood. Let's see if that kind of fixes the problem there. Maybe you had so much blood loss you can't walk out of here. So we're definitely going to try and get you out of here, because you're very, very old. You're Kirk 2.0 is basically what you are. A group of travelers are passing by. That's fine. How's the new throne coming along here? That'll almost be done. Cargo pods, you say. Where? Which map? I've had several. We've done carpet making already. Cool. Do double strand. We might get into that. That might be something. What do we have here? A bunch of face masks. Okay. Cool. Well, if there's another pandemic, we're in better shape. That's neat. How's the mining? No mining at all. I really need the team to come back together here. I need everyone back on board with everything that we're doing with things. It's just not really working out. I do see it looks like everyone's basically healed. Amanda, how's the malaria thing working out for you there, kid? 91. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. 92. Yeah, we'll have that. She'll shake that off. Who else is having issues? Nobody, really. How are all your injuries? Yeah, you kind of just shaken a bunch of these off. At Bishop, you're fine. Mila, you're fine. Bishop's fine because Bishop was freaked out and didn't participate in the bug issue. And we've done a joy wire. Excellent. Oh, Jonesy. Jonesy, how would you like your brain rewired? Permanently. So if I said to you, Jonesy, how about we... Is there anything else I want to do while you're here, by the way? I could surgically inspect you. I don't know if I really need to do that. And I do want to put that eye in Lisa Laser. She already has an eye. It's Lissa. Aha! You see what I did there. But I want to put another eye in Lisa Laser. Maybe I just do that now. No, stick with the Joy Wire. It'll be fun. You'll love it. Joy Wire for Jonesy, please. Jonesy, could you rest until healed in one of the really good beds, please? And let me see. Actually, Jonesy is one of my best doctors, but so's Voltstron, right? You're really good at that. Yeah, Medical 12. Voltstron, could you work on Jonesy, please? And try not to botch it. I'd like to say those joy wires ain't cheap, but also they're actually not bad in terms of what I need to make one. So if you botch it, you'll probably scar his brain for life, and he's my chief researcher. So, don't. Basically is what I'm asking. Just don't botch this. Yeah, you didn't. Yay, good for you. How'd that work out for you there, kid? There we go. One joy wire and a prosthetic heart, just in case you wanted it. So, biofuel refinery. Oh, over here. Yeah, somebody wants to take care of that. You know what? We don't really need this anymore. You can just deconstruct that. All the tanks are full, and we've got some backup here. We've got plenty of backup fuel, so we don't really need that. You can just get rid of that. There might be some stuff in there. Yeah, there we go. There's one component right there. One component. One component is better than no components. What's our launch time? 1 day. Awesome. We will be home fairly soon. And Jonesy will be very, very happy when you get back because he doesn't have a choice anymore. So how are you feeling there? You go. Joywire 30. That more than makes up for all of your problems right now. All of your problems have been dealt with by just rewiring your brain to force you to be happy. Again, if only it were that easy. If I would sign up for that right now. Just please rewire my brain to be permanently happy all the time. Now, do I want... Maybe when Jonesy's out of there, we do the eye for Lisa Laser. I mean, you already got a bunch of stuff anyway. Yeah, I've done so many things to you. But I'd love to get that eye done. It just kind of finish the set, really. Finish the set. And you'll probably be a lot better at laser. That, once you have 2 eyes, I would imagine. Yeah, your sight now is only 75%. I bet if I put a nice bionic eye in there, you're going to be shooting a lot better with your laser. So we'll definitely get that cooking. Oh, you're already out. Oh, good, cool. You're so happy you're out of the hospital. Well, let's slam an eye into you then. So, wait, which eye do you need? You need the left eye. Okay, so left eye for Lisa Laser. That's a lot of alliteration, and that just added to the alliteration. Lisa, go sit in the good bed. All right, and I'm going to have Voltstron check in with you in a sec. What with the whole, we're going to put an eye in you. So, Voltstron, project number 2 for you there. We really need some medicine here, though. We're really low on medicine. If any trader comes by, I have a lot of hardcore, heavy-duty narcotics that I could trade for medicine. There's probably a moral in there somewhere, but I'm just not sure what it was. Again, Voltstron, if you could actually not botch this up, bionic eyes aren't cheap. Thank you. Appreciate that. Awesome. Great. Cool. So now you've got a bionic eye, bionic arm, and a prosthetic leg. You are more machine than human right now. And how did that work? Yeah, your sight is now 119%. Cool. I bet you're a lot better at laser now. So, what with the laser, you're going to be working a lot better at that. And we've got another cow in here somewhere. Maybe need to shave off some animals. We've also got a ton of people that we're not butchering. There we go. Some butchering. Scathe. Why is Scathe doing butchering? Do you have nothing else to be doing with your life? Scathe, what is it you do around here? Yeah, wardening. Cool. Can you release the prisoner then, please? Hunting, sure. Construction. Yeah, we're not really building a lot of anything right now. Dark study. Okay. Yeah, I guess you got nothing to do right now. You're just going to butcher some things. That's cool. That's fine. You go ahead and do that. You know what we should make, actually, while we've got a little downtime, thankfully, is get some more packaged survival meals going. Because we'll want to reload the ship when the guys get back. So definitely do that. Let's start making some more packaged survival meals. And is everyone on the don't eat the packaged survival meal thing? Hemogen meals. There we go. So, yeah, don't eat packaged survival meals. You know what? You're overthinking it. Just get some made, and then we'll cope with that later. Let's just cope with a lot of things when people get back. Dave, how about we do that? It's been a very, very eventful past couple of episodes with the away team there. Completely failed trade mission. But, again, coming back with some really cool stuff. Ripping through Devil Strand. Okay, well, if you're that good at research, why don't you do something more intensive? Actually, compact weaponry. That's not a bad idea. Growth vats. I could throw Lady in there. No real reason to, but I could. How about we get better weapons? Let's move down there. So let's get precision rifling to multi-barrel weapons and kind of go in that direction. I mean, you're just tearing through research right now, so you may as well. What? Paid weather controller. Okay, cool. What do you mean to me? And that's going to be in the Blood Cult landing site. A weather control machine there, forcing the weather in that region. Now, hang on here. Hang on. In that region. Okay, just slam it into pause mode. It's going to expire soon. So, here's what I'm thinking. We're out of there in a day. So there's a weather controlling machine forcing the weather in the whole region to blind fog. And there might be an unknown threat. The thing is, we're not going to be there anymore. So, how much do I care? Is what I'm asking there. Okay, there's going to be some blind fog and there'll be a weather controlling machine that I can just leave and flee from. And what am I going to get out of this? We are going to get... What did I just do there? Did I make it go away? No, there it is. Paid weather controller. There we go. An intro to chocolate and science fiction. Oh my god, it's my dream book. Coco and Starflight Basics. Yep, that's That checks out. Some more jade. Cool. Plasteel, 111. These are all really good rewards. Glitter World Medicine at 18. I can't possibly see a reason not to take this, because this is not going to be my problem. You see. I will get these, or will I? Hang on, will I? I don't really lose either way. The worst case scenario is I fly away and they're like, oh no, you failed the quest. You don't get your stuff. Okay, that's cool. Sucks, but that's cool. Or the pods drop down, I get my stuff, and then we just leave. So we're definitely taking that. I want an intro to chocolate and science fiction. That may very well be the title of this video. Trade chips. Hang on. So blind fog, cool. Weather controller, cool. I don't think I'm getting my stuff. Yep, I'm getting my stuff. Never mind. Cool, we're out of here. Exotic goods trader. Neat. I assume that's at home. Neat. Jonesy, you like talking to things. Go chit-chat with those people, because I have so much narcotics I can be selling right now. I don't care if Jonesy can't talk. He's very, very happy. Or she, whatever. All right. So you guys are obviously going to buy all my drugs, right? Yeah, you're going to buy all my drugs. All of that. I'm up 4,700 before I even get started here. Excellent. You don't have any grab light panels for sale. You do have a lot of plasteel. And I wouldn't mind taking some neutroamine off of you. How about we took like 19 neutroamine to make that a nice round number here? You did it wrong, Dave. So do 19. Like, it's the number that's right before 20. You've seen it before. There we go. Okay. I don't want to buy cows from you. I wouldn't mind selling a yak or two. I have 2 female yaks. I don't need 2. I have 3 female yaks. I don't need that many 3 female yaks. Now, what sort of neat stuff have you got? Wow, I've got a lot. Do I really have 187 Psych IT? I don't need 187 Psych IT. How about I sold you 100 of that? How much money do you have? 2882. Okay, I'm up 54, and I'm just getting warmed up right now. I will take all of your components, and I will take your advanced components. That's a good start right there. I should probably take more neutroamine when I think of it. What have you got for tech prints? Flesh shaping. I do have people who need a nose. That's a good tech print right there. What else have you got? What have you got for books? I do love the books. Brewing in the Rim. Beer Brewing and Auto Door. Sure. Those are low priority, but yeah. Anteater's Fantasy. Wreck. Okay. Secrets of Design. That's construction up. That's not a bad thing. I think I already have a construction up, though. Again, construction up. All right. Revenants on the Mountain. Bioferrite shaping, but you'll go insane doing it. Neat. Cool. Awesome. You don't really have... I could clean these guys out. You do have some gold. I don't really need it. But you got it. The Doomsday rocket launcher sounds amazing. Less impactful when you see it in the real RimWorld world. It's not nearly as good as you think it is. So Psychic Harmonizer, that's great, but if they're not really happy... Actually, I could throw that into Jonesy, who is now permanently happy, and he'll make everyone else... She'll make everyone else permanently happy. That is something to think about. Immuno-enhancer would not be a bad idea. That's a pretty good one. You've got a lot of stuff, and I would like to take... I'd also like to take a lot of money. I'd be very happy if we walked out of this with some money. So, I would love to get flesh shaping. Because just for the nose. Just for the nose. I just need noses. And noses are surprisingly hard to come by in this game. I could take some plasteel off of you. How about we took 100 plasteel off of you? Now my profit's dropping a little bit there. That's fine. I'm still coming out of this with some really good stuff. How about we got like more neutroamine? Do you have like regular medicine? You got Glitter World, I see that, but you don't have to have like regular medicine. Okay. And then I sell you this one sculpture that I've got, and then some more. They're not particularly worth a lot, but it'll be something. I'm up 689, and I'm getting a ton of cool stuff. I think that's solid. Let's accept that. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a big jump in trade, too. We just traded a lot of money back and forth there. A lot of money. So, the weather thing, going back to this, I mean, I guess look at this, but I can't see any reason we don't just leave. The radius is only covering there. It's not going to cover us back home. Nobody cares back home. There's no fog there. So we're out. This is just going to be somebody else's problem is what this is going to be. Where are we at? 4 hours, and we're out of here. In fact, probably use that time to start deconstructing the solar panels. May as well get a component or two out of there. Yak 2 is pregnant. That is exceptionally exciting if you're Yak 1, maybe. I don't know. The Yak 2 may or may not be excited about that. I'm told it's a bit of a process. Yeah, getting out just in time, too. The meals are getting a little sketchy there. Yep, meals are getting a little bit sketchy. So, thanks, Bishop. Thanks for eating all of our food. What? Why is Forrester Dweeb dead? Also, that's really confusing because of the Mechanator run. You're desiccated. Okay, I guess we're coming home with a dead corpse. Really, are there any other kind of corpses, Dave? Apart from dead ones. I mean, zombies, maybe. Those are somewhat living corpses, right? I mean, they're undead. So, Dweeb, who may or may not be from another run that's on the channel right now, is dead. That must have been one of the raiders that we encountered. I don't know what to do with you, kid. I'm not going to take time now to adjust all of the settings on the zones here, because when we go home, we're just going to delete the zones. So we just haul everything out of the ship. That's how that's going to go down. What's my time frame? 0.9 hours. Cool. We're just going to hang out here and then wait to leave. Yeah, sorry, lady. You've got nowhere to sleep. Actually, you could. You could have somewhere to sleep, because these don't actually need to be medical beds anymore. And neither does this one. These can all be non-medical beds. There we go. Ready to launch. We're out of here. Don't care about your fog issue and mechs and things like that. This is all fine. Make sure we board the mech, definitely. Okay, off we go, kids. We're hopefully going home. I think we can do this in one shot. Yeah, we can do this in one shot. So over here, and there we go. We're out of here. Forget your fog nonsense. We're gone. Don't care. Just taking stuff and running. Oh, I like Odyssey. Quests become sometimes irrelevant. Sure, yeah, I'll accept your quest. Oh, bye! Yeah, we don't live here anymore. Good luck with your mechs and your fog and stuff like that. We live way over here, way outside the radius of the fog-producing Who's McWhat's-It. Okay, let's land this puppy here. Where do we squeeze in? Right. So I built that after we left, didn't I? I totally built that after we left. Oops. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to have to park over here. Actually, if you're going to park over there, why don't you leave room for maybe some expansion? Let's go, like, here. Yeah, no, don't abort the landing. That's a terrible idea. No, go ahead and confirm that. Yeah, I gotta move. I need a bigger landing area inside the base. I'm gonna have to move some stuff around here or restructure things. Okay, grav nausea. That's cool. That's fine. All right. So let's get things done here. Everybody can be in unrestricted, and we don't really need Area 1 anymore. Why don't I just get that out of there before it completely confuses me, because it will. So we don't need Area 1. Do we need it? What is Animals Don't Die? Is that like a real place or not? Don't go in the abattoir. No, we haven't needed that in ages. That was like many maps ago. I think we just need the runaway zone for right now. Yeah, just the runaway zone will be fine. Okay, let's start getting some things done here. Delete the entire zone. And here we're just going to clear everything. Just clear all of this and all of this. I just want them to haul everything back into the base. And anything else we need to do? How about any shelves that I've got? The bookcase can be a... Do I need that to be a clear all? I do want them to take the books back inside. Yeah, clear that, please. When we go on another trip, I'll allow them to put some books back in there if they feel like it. Apart from that, I think everything can just kind of come out of here. Kaylina's already moving some stuff. So, do I want to move this, or do I want to just sort of expand in this direction? And I think just expand in this direction. How about we did some work along those lines? So I've got a decent bit of slate here. How about we did some slate going like this to there, and then maybe this to here, and then also put up a slate door here. with the idea that I'll then mine out a lot of this. In fact, keep that idea going. Go up here and then go over here. And then we can mine out a bunch of this and all of this, and that can be our new landing area down there. Okay, cool. Somebody go make stuff like that happen. All right, everybody is home. Where... I gotta get Bishop's bedroom assigned. We've done bioferrite harvester. Neat. You know what? Work on lobotomy. What the heck? You never know when I might need somebody to have a lobotomy. This, I think, was Bishop's bedroom because it's a fairly nice bedroom. It's got the nice tiles in it. Also, I just sold all my art. We should continue to make art. So do like 3 or 4. Make like 5 more small sculptures if you've got time. And then... hopefully, everybody is going to start moving stuff in here. Which title requires a bedroom? Mila, you have a bedroom. It's right here. This is your amazing bedroom right here. So, Mila, that's for you. Does anyone else not have a bedroom? You know what? The rest of you will figure it out. The rest of you will work it all out eventually. And now, Amanda's right into the mining. Amanda is loving the mining over here. She's like, I would love to do some mining now that I am back in my new home. I have no power over here. I can put that there, but let's also draw some power lines down here. So just go like, I don't know, right through there. That should occupy a lot of space. Ooh, and this is for Lisa Laser. The throne, that is, not the lamp. Anyone can have the lamp. This is for Lisa Laser. Okay, you now sit at the left hand of Mila. Oh, that's fun. I hope Lisa comes in and sits there soon. That's going to look wicked cool. And Sissy's down here just sort of thinking about things. Largely just thinking about things. All right, so the exotic good trader left. That's fine. We're cool with that. My goodness, I'm growing a lot of hardcore narcotics. Holy moly, the freelance pharmaceutical business is just booming in RimWorld right now. You're filling up all the tanks, and then hopefully eventually we're going to move all this stuff. It's going to take a while, but we're going to move all of this stuff somewhere to do something with something. Okay, now what? Age reversal. Lisa, we could actually do that. You're making a parka. Don't sweat that. Actually, go bang out your age reversal. Now, that's going to, like, mark the pod as yours and yours alone for, I believe it's a game year, and then it will become open territory again. But for right now, that's going to be Lisa's pod and nobody else's, which is a little bit fussy. Also, I have not been ripping people's genes out. Amanda, remind me, do you have any genes I'd like to rip out? What? Lady became an adult. Cool, I'll look at that. Yeah, you're a Neanderthal. So go get your genes ripped out. I'd like to see what you got in there, kid. Do I have any space in the tanks while I'm saying that? Oh, yeah, plenty. So, lady, talk to me, kid. Okay. Wow, you are so good at mining. You do nothing else. I mean, you're actually pretty good at shooting. So, why don't we make you... Wow, 4 skills I can increase passion for. Why don't we make you even more passionate about shooting people? Is there anything else you're vaguely good at? I mean, crafting, but that's not an option. I don't know, maybe do some art? And then, I don't know, animals? No. Cooking? Not really. Intellectual? No. You can do some melee. I guess animals, whatever. I'm really just focused on that shooting one. All right, 1 trait. Psychopath. Gotta be, right? Gotta be. No empathy. That's lady all day. No empathy whatsoever. Super immune, though, is so good. Wow, these are really good. Jogger, you're going to move faster. Body modder would be great. That'd be, because I'm definitely going to staple some things to you. Wow, I'd love to have all of these, actually. Except psychically sensitive. I don't like that one. Quick sleeper. Wow, those are really tough choices. My instinct is to go body modder. But I think super immune is more long-term valuable. Yeah, I'm going to go super immune. That's really, really good. You'll shake off diseases way faster. And we all know those are going to happen. What with the malaria and all. Okay. Lisa's in the age reversal thing. Wow, Amanda, did you already go in and out of there? Oh, no, you're coming now. You're on your way now. Okay, good. Yeah, it's the thing we do around here, Amanda. We just sort of rip your genes out and put them in these tubes. And then later I might combine them into something else. Probably not for you, really. Again, Mayumi, you're still here. I can't help noticing that you're still here. Is it because you can't hear us telling you to be released? Because you're missing an ear? I'm not really sure why you're not leaving. Are you down? Are you, like, in a coma? No. No, you are in a coma. Okay, that's the problem. That's the problem. We can't get rid of you because you're in a coma. Okay, I can solve that. Hang on. We've got some psychite. It's psychite addiction, right? Okay, I've got some psychite tea. In fact, I have far more than I ever thought I had. So somebody go grab some psychite tea. I've got like almost 100 down here. And shove some tea down the kid's throat. And then Mayumi will get up and leave. Eventually. I don't really need you around here, Mayumi. It's just not worth it. There we go. No longer incapable of walking. That was the problem. Okay, somebody release Mayumi, please. There we go. Mila's on it. Yeah, just had to get you out of that brief coma. Bye. What? Don't come back. You're really not understanding prisoner release, are you? It's just when you get released from prison, the idea is to leave and go like somewhere else. Okay, bye. Have fun. You're welcome, by the way. You just really weren't worth it with the age. It'd just be Kirk 2.0. It'd be another Kirk just constantly falling down and being confused. And I've got enough of that in my life. Thank you very much. I have Kirk, for one thing. Wow, I have a big colony. That's a huge colony. RimWorld's probably going to try and do a cull soon. Now, how are we doing with moving things out of the ship? Not as good as we might like. How many mechs do I have? 6. Okay, so I'm going to need like a better hat or something to get more mechs on board. But really I just want the lifters to be doing the lifter job. And they are. It's just going to take like a really long time. Oh, yeah, Scathe, we don't really need to be cooking over here. That's not really necessary. We can probably go ahead and suspend this. Thank you. Yeah, and anything over here, just suspend that too. We don't work over here. We don't need to get any work done over here. Kirk, where are you taking that person? Like, for realsies, where are you taking the corpse? Oh, you're just going to leave it there. Fun. Okay, so you were probably going there to start butchering, and then I told you to stop butchering. And you've like, okay, I won't do that anymore then. No problem. No problem, sir. I will stop doing that. Now I'm incredibly confused, and I'm going to fall over. Ooh, maybe a little animal food. How about some kibble going on down here? How about we do a little bit of kibble? I think like 5 things of kibble. I mean, they've got the hay out here to munch on, and we have our secondary hay field. So that'll come together eventually, but we'll get them a little extra food. What do we got? We got standard body out of Amanda. Okay, that's incredibly dull. That's so boring. Thank you so much for that, Amanda. So much. This is done. So the point with this was to try and make a better bedroom eventually for the royal who will come when Mila is royal enough to summon them. It's a long-term project, but as all projects do, we begin with smoothing walls. That's how we begin all of our projects, with smoothing walls. If you see a wall that is not smooth, go ahead and just get that smooth. Get that nice and smooth. And this eventually, and I see we got all the walls smoothed here. Good job, team. Good job, team. Will be potentially a second throne room for that royal. So we're going to have like the uber royal show up. And they're like, we are super fussy. We need like a really nice throne and a nice bedroom. And then we're going to hang out with you for like a couple of game weeks. And if we all survive, you get to end the game. That's kind of what we're shooting for there. I was hoping that royalty quest would add more points to Mila, but no. Now we've got Lisa Laser, who is also somewhat royal and sits at the left hand of Mila, which is really fun. I like that. All right, we're all in here smoothing things. What I need is an abundance of stone blocks. Like so many stone blocks right now. Yeah, do that forever. Just continue to make stone blocks forever. It's happening. We are making them. We're up to 450 marble there. Somebody needs to talk the obelisk off the ledge, please. Really should think about destroying that. That's just going to trigger some huge event that I'm probably not going to be comfortable with. That's why I keep putting that off. But we've got to think about doing that. We've made the kibble. That's cool. A little more food for the animals there. What do I think I want to do next? This has been a very good few days here. The team is back home in one piece. Nobody died. And I've rewired people's brains to make them happier. Soon I will be able to make noses. Lisa Laser has an eye, or another eye, or the correct amount of eyes. Lisa Laser has an appropriate amount of eyes for a human, which is 2. One of them is bionic, but that's fine. The quantity is correct. So hopefully she's going to be way better at laser in the future. And that's kind of the path I want to move down in research, is just getting better and better weapons so that we can get to making our own lasers, which I think would be fun. And then everyone can have a laser. Like, everybody gets a laser. I think that's way over here. Yeah, beam weapons. It's not a small haul to get over there. Although I could jump straight to pulse charge munitions. But no, we'll get some better bullety weapons too. Precision rifling, multi-barrel weapons. Give a few people a minigun. It'll be a fun time around the own colony. But that's probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. Guys, do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours. We'll see you next time. I know your patience is wearing thin. My patience is wearing thin. I've killed a guy, and you walked in here in that shirt. What kind of umbrella is worth $1,600? Is it woven from unicorn tears? All right, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. I know you're all saying to yourselves, you know, where on YouTube do I think I could find this? Where do I think I could find this? And you're going to say to yourself, Dave's probably streaming right now.